Matchbox, Ashapurna Debi. I always compare women to matchboxes. Why? Because of the way matchboxes are. Even though they have enough gunpowder to set 100 lankas aflame, they sit around, meek and innocent, in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, here, there, anywhere. Women too are exactly the same. You want an example? Then look carefully at that enormous three-story house in front of us. Sunday morning, the washerman has come and is waiting. Moments before handing over a heap of Ajit's dirty clothes to the washerman, Namita goes through the pockets one last time and discovers a letter. A twisted, crumpled envelope with its mouth torn, and on the envelope, Nomita's name. A flame goes up top in all Nomita's nerves and veins. She drops the clothes in her hand and sits on the bed to open the letter. The first thing she looks at is the date. Going by the date, the letter must have come about 3 days earlier. She turns over the envelope and matches the postmark to the date. The two bears the same witness. Yes, the letter came 3 days ago. Ajit has opened it and read it, then crumpled it and twisted it and dropped it into his pocket and left it there. Hasn't felt the need to mention it even once to Nomita. The flame that had gone up top now burns steadily, hissing, sounding its note on each of her mind strings. Because this incident is not a casual oversight, it's deliberate. Ajit's nature is exactly like that. Somehow, he has gained possession of the key to the letterbox, fishing it through the gaps among the 52 hands of the joint family. And whenever there is a letter with Nomita's name on the envelope, he opens and reads it first, and only then does he give it to her. It is possible that oftentimes he doesn't give it to her at all. At least that is the suspicion that has taken deep root in Nomita's mind. Even though to this day Ajit cannot truthfully make the claim that he has been able to discover any letter in the slightest degree suspicious. Still this ugly habit of his won't go. Not with Nomita's anger, not with her taking offense, not with bitter reproaches, her trying to shame him, sarcasm, not with anything. If she mentions it, first he tries to laugh it away, and if laughter doesn't get him out of deep water, he scolds her. She sits perfectly still for a minute and reads the letter thorough. It is nothing much, a letter from Nomita's mother. It is her standard speech. The good woman has once again placed on the record the news of her various hardships and complaints getting worse. Misfortune upon misfortune, the ceiling of her room is cracked, and the rainwater falls through the ceaseless streams. If this is not immediately remedied, she will have to die crushed under the weight of a collapsed roof. Of course, she does not dread that eventuality. Her daughter was a queen, her son-in-law high-minded, large-hearted, therefore, etc., etc. An indigent widow without husband or son, she was successful in consigning her daughter to a wealthy family's house on the strength of looks alone. But the good lady has never stopped taking credit at the slightest opportunity for her skill in the matter, and she has been finding such opportunities all along. Whenever Ajit sees a new letter from Nomita's mother, he smiles derisively and says, Why bother to read that? I'll go and fill out a money order form. Nomita's head hangs low with the shame and insult of it. So, some time ago, out of anger and grief, Nomita forbade her mother from writing to her on postcards. She thought that from then on she would try to send her a little money, whatever she could pull together in secret. So, this was what came of letters in envelopes too. Suddenly, Nomita flames into anger at her mother. Why? Why does she keep on begging like this? Why won't she let Nomita keep her self-respect, her dignity? No, this time she will write and tell her mother clearly. I can't do anymore. Don't hope for anything from me. Right then, Ajit steps into the room after finishing his leisurely Sunday bath. Nomita's sharp indignation at the insult, simmering all this while, seems to want to dash itself violently against him. Nomita rose out. When did this letter arrive? Ajit glances at her obliquely, estimating the magnitude of her sorrow. Another handful of cash for this, he had thought, and decided not to give the letter to Nomita. He was going to tear it up and throw it away. He has made a big mistake. Not that Ajit is going to feel abashed about that. As though trying hard to remember, he says, Letter? What letter? Oh, yes, indeed there was a letter from your mother. I just hadn't got around to giving it to you. Why hadn't he got around to do it? Why? Answer me. Why hadn't you got around to it? What a nuisance, Ajit says. I had forgotten. Why else? Liar, Nomita hisses like a snake. Why are you saying whatever comes to your mouth? Don't people forget? No, they don't. Why did you open my letter? This charge Ajit tries to scatter to the winds. What if I opened it? My own wife's letter? Be quiet, I tell you. For what reason should you open my letters? Haven't I told you 1,000 times not to? Ajit doesn't fear Nobita's anger. He fears a row. So he smiles an affected smile and says, If you're forbidding it, then it is a definite something. Shouldn't I make sure that no one is passing you love letters in secret? Stop it! What a common, vulgar man you are! After this, it's not possible for Ajit to smile his fake smile any longer. Now, he too picks up the poison knife. He says, Is that so? Those who whine day and night and hold out their palms to their son-in-law, they are the high-class people? A tongue-picker's daughter becomes a queen, and so, Shut up! Nomita yells. The room's on the third floor. That's a blessing. Otherwise, with that scream, everyone would have come to look. Shut up! Ajit rolls out. What shut up? I'll do what I want, what I please. What will you do? Can you do anything? I can't do anything. Almost panting, Nomita pronounces each word clearly. You want to see if I can do anything? And immediately, she does something that is astonishing. She grabs Ajit's matchbox that's lying near her cigarettes on the table and she lights a matchstick and touches it to her sari. Instantly, it flares up the very fine archel of a wealthy white sari. Very next instant, Ajit, Have you gone mad? He says and jumps to her side and grabs the burning patch and slaps it between his hands and puts out the fire. And to tell the truth, now he is a little afraid. He looks fearfully at Nomita's face, sees a fire burning there, bright, blazing red. He doesn't have the courage to put out that fire by slapping it between his hands. So he tries to pour water on it, With great difficulty, he attempts to speak normally. You lose all common sense when you get angry, don't you? A woman and such anger. Oof! Who knows what Nomita would have said next? But right then, her niece Rennie steps into the room. Immediately, she says, piercingly, "So, Karima, how much longer does the washerman have to wait? If you don't want to give him any of your clothes, at least tell him that." For a second or two, Namita is still, perhaps recalling the washerman's face, waiting for her downstairs. Then she picks up the dirty clothes and starts sorting them. She says in a calm tone, "Go, tell him I'm coming. I'm bringing the clothes." Nomita speaks her mind. So, no one attacks her outright, to her face. They only pinch her with sharp words. Her second sister-in-law is almost exhausted with work this morning, and seeing her, she puts a twisted smile on her sweat-streaked face and says, "Well, that's something. At least you finally decided to come down from upstairs. Baba, there is no good or bad time for you. You find the smallest excuse to go into your room and get cozy with your husband. Does the love talk never get old?" Nomita looks around once to get a sense of the atmosphere. Sees the hurly-burly of the morning. Sees a forest of people on either side. Her voice must not tremble. So, she too smiles a small smile and says in an extremely soft voice, "Oh, it's nothing like that. You should come and peek in sometime. Our talk is all angry talk, do you know?" Major wife laughs hoo-hoo and says, "Stop it now, wife. Don't cover up the forbidden fish with your pious spinach. We haven't been raised on donkey grass. Why do we need to peek in? What you're showing is right in front of our eyes, 24 hours a day." Namita laughs a laugh that can bring an attractive flush to her white face. After laughing that laugh, she says, "Go on, you say the naughtiest things." The busy bow wife runs up. "Have you chopped the vegetables yet? Or are you just telling stories?" And suddenly she stops and starts, "What's that? What is this unlucky thing now, wife? How did you burn your archel that way?" Namita too starts, but only for a moment. The next instant, she folds the archel back quickly and says, laughing, "Oh, don't remind me. It's exactly what you keep warning me about. I didn't listen, and see what happened? I used my archel to lift a hot pot of water off the stove, and that did it." Namita pulls a basket of potatoes towards herself and sits down to peel potatoes, and in her mind, she keeps thinking about how she might be able secretly to send her mother a few rupees. She can't really write to her. "I can't do any more. Don't hope for anything from me." Over there, the entire village knows Nomita is a queen. Nomita's husband is high-minded, large-hearted. This is precisely why I compare women to matchboxes. Even when they have the materials within themselves to set off many raging fires, they never flare up and burn away the mask of men's high-mindedness, their large-heartedness. They don't burn away their own colorful shells. They won't burn them. The men know this too. That is why they leave them scattered so carelessly in the kitchen, in the pantry, in the bedroom, here, there, anywhere. Quite without fear, they put them in their pockets. Translated from Bengali by Prasenjit Gupta. Thank you.